When I was 16, my whole world was turned upside down. I made one of the most horrific decisions in my life, and it cost me. I was charged with first-degree murder, armed robbery with a firearm, and sentenced to 2 natural life terms in prison without the possibility of parole. And I've served 31 years in prison. And my life has been a disaster. What's up, y'all? JD with Redemption Kings, baby. I'm back. And today, man, I want to talk about vices. Vices. Anybody know what a vice is, man? A vice is almost like a habit. Vices, things that you can't let go. See, vices don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? Vices, it eats at everybody's footsteps, man. Everybody got stuff that they dealing with. And in prison, listen, you can't hide your vices. Everybody see what you're doing. Even the police, they see what you're doing. See, listen, let me tell you something, man. Some people say that there might be degrees to vices. It might be degrees, to the different people that, it affects. But I've seen some real gangsters, some real killers succumb to vices. Yeah, succumb to vices, man. I done seen some dudes, man, coming to the chain gang. These dudes hardcore. Gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Gangsters, I'm talking about, listen, will wet you up. Seriously. Will get money. Don't care about nothing. Yeah, all that. Gonna slide with anybody invite invitation. I done seen real gangsters break, man, with vices. I done seen dudes that had money on the streets, same type of cats, had money on the streets, was knocking off all different type of females. You know what I'm saying? When they first came to the chain gang, they had visits every week. Their bank account stayed fat. People kept looking out for them. Dudes gave them respect in the chain gang just because of what they had. Oh man, this dude got money, man. Let me slide up under him. You know what I'm saying? So I can get me a meal ticket going on. Yeah, dudes. Yeah, they did that. You feel what I'm saying? But you see them cats 10 years later, 15 years later, when all the money gone, all the dudes that was on their trail gone, they still gangsters now. They still got the heart. But they was out there knocking off all these girls. How they gonna stop that? Guess what they lean to? The opposite. They get turned out. They get turned out, man. Some of these dudes, man, I highly respect it, man. See, listen, I don't want y'all to get it twisted. What a man do is what they do. You understand what I'm saying? I can't tell a person to stop doing nothing. You feel what I'm saying? But I will. If I care and I love and I'm concerned about that person, yeah, I stop. But other than that, man, you do what you do because, God is the judge. He the leader of it all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to tell nobody what to do. But, when I see a dude that was straight, that was good, that was all that, not saying being straight or the opposite is either way, but you know what I'm saying? The transformation brought on by the pressure of prison. It's ugly to see, man. It's ugly to see. It's ugly to see. Listen, I was locked up. I was locked up. I got locked up, y'all, because my nephews came to visit me on a visitor park. They came to visit me. My mother, my father, and my 2 nephews, DJ and Zion. Now, at the visitor park, I'm roughing up my nephews because they jits. And, we all decided to take a family picture. So during the family picture, I'm hugging my mother and my father, and my nephew was, sitting in the grass in front of us, and they threw a peace sign in the picture. Man, them people locked me up. Listen to me. Them people told me that I was participating in gang-related activities. My nephew was doing like 5 and 6. I was like, you trying to tell me my nephew's gangsters at 5 and 7? Yup. I was like, oh my God. I had to get my mom and all of them because them people still locked me up. But here's what them did. They gave me my first CDR right at Cross City. Now check this out. They didn't even think that was gonna stick, right? So, they gave me a bordering DR. I was like, bordering? I ain't gonna pass no borders or nothing like that. They were like, no, that ain't what that means. I said, well, what bordering mean? They said, listen, you had somebody else reading book in your locker. I said, y'all allow us to read books. They said, but you can't have it in your locker. So since you got it in your locker and it has this DC number on it, you bartering. You don't supposed to have that. So we giving you a DR and we're gonna lock you up. I said, oh my God, y'all gonna lock me up for a picture. Listen, I ain't even throw the peace signs in the picture. My 5 and 7-year-old nephew did, and they locking me up for it. Talking about I'm participating in their gang-related activity. Listen, I went to jail. So while I was back there, I'm hot. I'm hot, you know what I'm saying? I'm screaming. You feel what I'm saying? I'm in a hole. And there's a lot of dudes in the hole, right? So everybody on the door beating, people rapping over here, you can't sleep. See, me, when I was in there, I used to take the latex gloves, and I used to take toilet paper and put it down the fingers. And I take a little water in there, and I put water in there, and I twist it, and I tie it up, and I mold it to my ears to insulate my ears so I won't hear nothing. No snoring, no fighting, nobody screaming rape over here. I don't want to hear nothing. Just let me sleep. Just don't touch me or I'm going out. But anyway, man, my dog he fell, man. He fell to the wayside. And when I was in jail, another dude that I did time back there with him fell to the wayside too. Now listen, this dude, I seen him wearing the kufi sometime. I seen him as a Christian. You know what I'm saying? This dude didn't know what he was. He was just trying to find himself. But when we was in the box, you know what he said? He said, man, listen, I'm tired. I'm tired of this junk. Now, me, I like to talk. I come to his rescue, bro. What you tired of, man? What's up with you? Keep your head up. He said, man, no, man, I've been trying to keep my head up for years. Ain't nothing changed. I'm tired of this. When I get out of here, I'm going to buy me a gallon of buck, and I'm going to get me a boy. I said, a boy? I said, what? He said, yeah. I said, man, don't say that. Don't say that, man. Because if you say that, it's already in your heart. He said, I'm getting me a boy. Take it how you want it. So listen. This dude got out of jail, and he did just that. Gangster, turned, Christian, Muslim, all other kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? See, when you profess stuff, you got to be real about it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you get into, man, you need to get into it with your all. Because that's how you make sense. That's how you make it your own. That's how you master what you in. Man, listen, this dude caught AIDS. He got him a boy. He caught AIDS, and listen, when I seen him about, I think 6 or 7 years later, he was unrecognizable to me. Absolutely. He was unrecognizable to me. And I think, that story that I'm telling y'all in real time, it nudged my change. It nudged the fact that, hey man, another notch to preventative maintenance. I'm not gonna be like that. I'm gonna prevent myself if I ever found myself going down the line to where, I weaken my mind, my spirit with that type of stuff, I'm not going to do it. If I ever go down there, I'm going to prevent it from happening. People thought I couldn't make it. They thought my mind was going to go. Man, that boy been in prison for 31 years. He come out of prison, what his mind going to be like? He might be lost. He ain't going to know nothing. With God, all things is possible. See, I'm redeemed all the way through. And I'm a king. I know this here. Ain't nobody got to tell me that. With great mercy come purpose. And purpose is all around us. Purpose is all around us. Yeah. See, in the chain gang, if you lose hope and you lose purpose, you latch on to things to give you hope and to give you purpose. And some of them things that you latch on, I don't care how gangster you was, it'll suck you dry. It'll eat you up. It'll eat you up because you're not dependent on the source. You dependent on stuff that's temporary, that's gonna wither and fall out. That's not gonna treat you the way you need to be treated or expected to be treated. Yeah, many people fall by their vices. Their vices, yes. Vices, habits, things that trip us up. Man, I had a dude, and this dude, man, this was my dog, man. Me and this dude was tight. Listen, me and this dude, we can talk about anything. He can get on any, listen, this is one of them cats that know everything. He ain't even got to go to the Guinness Books of World Records. He ain't even got to go to the index of anything. He gonna tell you straight up, no. It was this, that. I'm talking about the movies, the everything. Man, this dude was tight, but guess what? He had a vice. This dude vice was coming to borrow from everybody. But let me get too sweet. He ain't gonna come borrow no big junk now. He gonna say, let me go get a soup and a chip from you, man. I get back to you tomorrow. You don't see him. 2 weeks later, he come back, man. Let me get a soup and a chip. Now you done forgot that you just gave him this soup and a chip 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? And about before a month on it, he got about $25 at you. Now your money low. You know what I'm saying? You looking stupid. You at the canteen trying to preserve, and he come back and ask you for a soup and a chip. And people start remembering, man, I just gave you $20 for what my money at. And dog, listen, there you go. Dude be chasing after him, stabbing him, trying to crack his whole skull up. And guess what? It's like he don't get it. He go to buy, I just tell him, man, listen, I love you, bro. You my dog. But I ain't giving you, I'm gonna give you a drop of water. You hear me? You ain't getting a drop of water from me. Man, Devin don't act like, no. You ain't getting it because that's his vice. I'm not gonna feed you vice. That's your habit. You a good dude. But that's your vice. That's your vice. See, I used to think about, Devin, what's your vice is? Is it women? Is it stature? Is it wanting to be seen? What your vice is? What is your weakness? Because that's what vices are. Vices are weakness. Vices are things that's in control of us, and we're not in control of it. That's what vice. And in the chain gang, plenty of people got vices because some of your vices ain't got to be tangible. They can be invisible. They can be mindsets. They can be thoughts. They can be, anger, the way you feel, your emotions. It's all different type of vices that have become a habit. I read one thing when I was in the chain gang. I was walking, I think I was in a library, and I walked by a statement on the wall that rocked me. I mean, I had to read it 10, 20 times. Anybody know how you hear that song that you really like? And you like, man, who is this? I got to get this song. I got to get this album. That's how it was about what I read on the wall. It said, sow a thought reap an action. Sow an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, you're going to reap a character. Sow a character, then whatever that habit was that turned to your character is going to reap a destiny. So when people see you, guess what they're going to say? That's Devin the dope dealer. That's Devin the weakling. That's Devin, you know what I'm saying, the whatever. Whatever, my vices, my habits characterize who I am. And that's what I got from that. That's what I got from that. I'm looking at, man, I need to control my vices. I need to get these out my life. I need to break this stuff that I can't maintain. Can I stop it? Is it a challenge? Because I'm no king and I'm not redeemed if I still got these things that I'm facing with every day. See, I'm in war. See, a lot of y'all out there, y'all want to be redeemed, but y'all at war, you fighting, you battling. And every day in the chain gang, I was battling. I seen other people battling. We fight to survive, y'all. And not just the physical death, but the mental death. The mental death. It'll take you all out. It'll take you all out. See, let me tell y'all something, man. Next episode that I give y'all, I'm gonna give y'all the full reason why JD is sitting in this chair. Now, I might take 2 episodes to give y'all that. I ain't gonna lie, because I want to give it to you good. But I'm gonna tell y'all why JD right here is redeemed. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna show y'all, you know what I'm saying, how this thing is supposed to be done. And you know what? It can work out here too. We all got this thing going on, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because it's time for us older cats to start passing down these jewels that we got from my struggles, from my pain, to these young generation out here that want it. See, we gotta get aggressive about what we want. We gotta tell our vices, listen, man, look, I like you, but I ain't got time for you right now. You know, a real man know how to tell himself no. I'm just saying, you can tell the next man no, or you can't tell yourself no to them vices. We want to be redeemed, y'all. We want to be redeemed. Absolutely. Listen, like, comment, subscribe with the kid, man. Let me know y'all out there feeling me, man. Let me know y'all out there feeling me. Peace.